generation of legends. We are here for you.
Aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
Learn more at andrewsportsmedicine.com.
It's time for the Miller's Edge with four-time SEC champion and two-time national champion Christian Miller.
Once again with Christian Miller taking him down.
Here is college football playoff national champion Christian Miller on Tide 100.9 and 12:30 a.m. WTBC.
And welcome into this Talking Tuesday edition of the Miller's Edge. Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. Hope you guys are doing well, ready for another day right here on the show, talking some good old sports talk. We're right around the corner from training camp, plenty of football, and we'll dive into plenty of things that I've seen scrolling on my X feed, as I do pretty much every day, trying to see what is happening in the sports world. And Chase, I think we got a few things we can dive into, at least start there. Talking Tuesday, of course, you guys are the co-hosts. We put you guys in that chair, so we'd love to get your thoughts on whatever that might be. 205-342-9904. We always appreciate you guys hanging out with us. And don't forget, you can do that on our streams at The Miller's Edge on YouTube, on X, or on the Tide 100.9 Facebook page. We're pretty much all over the place these days. And, of course, Tide 100.9. You still dial us up on the radio or the global app, the Tide 100.9 app that you can download for free in the Apple App Store, Google Play Store, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you're going to want to go back and listen to the show later on. I know some folks don't always have time during their lunch breaks. Totally fine. But we appreciate you going back and listening. So appreciate all you guys tuning in and supporting what we're doing. That said, Chase, a couple of topics I definitely want to talk about. I know Coach DeBoer did sit down for another interview as training camp is quickly approaching us. And he was asked a number of things. I know one thing that really stood out was he actually addressed the big comment regarding his answer to the question about his legacy being defined by winning a national championship, which no shocker here. He pretty much said what I have been saying, at least the way I interpreted it. He kind of confirmed that was like where his answer came from. So we'll play that and respond to that. But I don't know if you had a chance to see that, but I saw it pop up on X. Matter of fact, Dwight had tagged us in it. So we'll play that clip and listen to it. But again, it really was kind of what we've been discussing here on the show. I think it was Friday. We really dove into that whole thing. We talked about the disrespect, and clearly people have been misinterpreting that answer. I really think they misinterpreted the whole question, right? Because the question was his legacy, like how it will be defined given, what he, achieves while he's here as a head coach. And then it just, the media did what the media sometimes does, which I'm a part of the media, so I don't want to talk too bad about the media. But you know how how I can go, Chase. Sometimes things can be misconstrued, taken the wrong way, and then people run with it, or they hear it a certain way, or they have selective hearing sometimes. That might be the case. It seems like that with Coach DeBoer sometimes. And they run with it, or they misinterpret it, and then it just becomes something that it really was never intended to be. So I want to talk about that. And then outside of Alabama and the SEC, just taking a quick trip up north to Big Ten country, there's some news regarding some jersey patches, Chase, that I don't know if you got to see this morning, but looks like Ohio State locked themselves in a nice, pretty good deal to have a jersey patch, not only for their football uniforms, but all uniforms for all sports, I believe. And let's just say it's definitely going to rake in some really good money. And I would imagine it's probably going to have Greg Burns' wheels churning a little bit, seeing the potential that you can have when it comes to some of these, I'm not saying new ideas because we've seen it in various other sports, but in terms of the college sports world, haven't really seen much of this. Of course, we've been seeing it over the offseason, people starting to lean into this, right? Finding more ways to raise more money. I was listening to an interview with Kyle Whittingham earlier on the Rich Eisen show, and he just was talking about just how NIL pretty much is growing 30-40% annually. Insane, right? But you got to find a way to keep up. We're talking about recruiting, which Alabama's on a hot start with 2028. But in order to sustain that and to not have to have years like 2027 where you take a step back, you got to find ways to generate more money. Well, Ohio State might have just set the new record, I would say, Chase, for one of these sponsors. We'll talk about what they're able to come up with, because I'll be honest with you, man, I was kind of like, dang, jersey patch damn near just paid for the whole, well, what should be the cap for the football team. I mean, just with one sale, and you compare it to, I guess, what the Big 12 had negotiated. I mean, it's not even close. Kind of a crazy difference in the numbers there. So we'll talk a little bit about that and more here in a minute. I see we got some folks in the chat. Jake says, did you see the A&M thing that I tagged you in? Would be really cool to have something like that in T-Town. Yes, Jake, I did. Chase, I don't know if you saw this. I'll put it on the screen here in a second, but it looks like Texas A&M is not just using all that oil money that they have to I hate saying buy players. It sounds a little weird. To pay for more, I guess, athletes, right? Or that's pretty much the same thing. You get the point. Get more athletes on their squads. Well, they had some innovative idea, Chase, and it's like this complex that's like right around the corner, I believe, from the stadium. I mean, it's got condos and dog parks and all. It's like almost like a, I don't know, little community village type deal right around the corner. I mean, it's super nice. So yes, Jake, I did see that. We can take a look at that together and talk about it. Only problem is when we're talking about Alabama and finances, again, we have money, but you think about even basketball, right? I mean, we hadn't had that new arena built, right? I just don't see. I feel like those things probably need to be taken care of first before we have some more of these luxury villages like we just saw. Now, maybe some contractor, some developer, it could be an investment on their end, right? Probably a lot of money, but I don't know. It did look super nice. But I thought, weren't they doing something like that, Chase, in the stadium? Weren't they doing something where, like, they renovated a certain part of the stadium where it's supposed to be turf? People could play cornhole. Chat, if you guys know what I'm talking about, I'm almost positive. They were supposed to do something. I remember, like, the drawings and all the graphics of what it was supposed to be were presented one way, but I don't know if it ever really turned out that exact way. I don't know. If you guys know what I'm talking about, let me know. I've only been on the field and like in the press box, so I haven't really walked around to those other parts. So I don't know. Anyway, so we can talk a little bit about that. 205-342-9904. Love to get y'all's thoughts, comments, concerns on everything that we're going to discuss here in a moment. But first, we're going to take a quick time out. And don't forget about our friends, Wise. Fresh on my mind. Any representation needs that you guys might have, whether that's criminal defense matters, which, of course, we hope you don't find yourself in that situation, but you just, you never know. Of course, academic misconduct, NIL situations, Lamprello Law, Education and Advocacy, they've got you guys covered. Check them out today. Lamprello-law.com is the website. You can schedule yourself a free consultation. Plus, you can find out about all the other services that they offer for high school, college, and graduate students right there on the website, Lamprello-law.com. That's exam and test taking preparation, subject matter mastery as well. And they'll take care of you, man. And not only that, they'll do it for affordable pricing, which is really big, right? We all know that's a big one. What good is that representation if you can't afford it? Well, they're going to beat out the competition. I can guarantee you that, and take you. You'll be in good hands. Take great care of you, man. I can vouch for that. My guy Adam is the man when it comes to representation. So check him out today at Lamprello-law.com. All right, let's hit the time out. We come back. We'll keep on rolling. We get this Talking Tuesday started right here on the Miller's Edge. Tide 100.9, 1230.
$500 in cash. This July, let freedom and fortune ring at Pearl River Resort. Must be 21 or older to play.
Do you have cracks or potholes that are dragging down your property's appeal? Hey, I'm Christian Miller, and at Asphalt Restoration, we transform driveways and parking lots with expert repairs, new paving, or resurfacing. Fast, durable, and family-owned quality that you can trust. Don't let small issues turn into big expenses. Call 205-393.
Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
From our home base in Birmingham, Alabama, we are here treating patients from every generation
Across the United States.
and from around the world.
We're here for the rookies.
And the dreamers
Trying to make a name for themselves.
we are here for the achievers.
who are resilient.
And won't take no for an answer. We're here for the coaches
Athletic trainers and mentors.
who are
My fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Hey, it's Christian Miller, and I wanted to tell you about our friends over at Lamprello Law, Education and Advocacy. Founded by attorney and professor Adam Lamprello, helping students at every level with mentoring, exam prep, applications, and career planning. Adam also represents students, faculty, and athletes in academic misconduct, First Amendment, NIL, and criminal defense cases. Known for real care and relentless advocacy. For guidance you can trust, call 201-317-5115 or visit lamparello-law.com. That's Lamparello Law, Education, and Advocacy. Proud partner.
Hey, it's Christian Miller, and I want to tell you about our great friends over at Brian Harding Construction. Located in the heart of Tuscaloosa, Brian Harding Construction is woman-owned and strong as steel. A specialty manufacturing firm with expertise in structural steel fabrication, ASME code piping and vessels, CNC machine work, welding, laser cutting, pipe fitting, industrial maintenance, and crane rental. With a proven track record of over 30-plus years of experience, no one is better fit for the job. For an evaluation, contact Brian Harding Construction today at 205-752-9611. Again, that's Brian Harding Construction at 205-752-9611.
Coming up on The Game with Ryan Fowler.
Coming up on the Tuesday edition of The Game, we're going to talk to Mike Titillier, WWL, the Big 870. We're also going to catch up with Bill Bender right here starting at 2 p.m. on The Game with Ryan Fowler on Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC, your home of Alabama Crimson Tide Sports.
The longest-running sports talk show in Tuscaloosa. The Game with Ryan Fowler. Weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on Tide 100.9 and 12:30 a.m. WTBC. And streaming worldwide on the free Tide app.
What does it mean to advertise and do your marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa? Melissa started her business in 2014. What would you say to someone considering Town Square Media Tuscaloosa?
My experience with Town Square Media has been awesome, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think that this is the first time in my marketing experience that I've been able to see my return on investment. I would definitely say in the past that has not been the case. In this, I like knowing that that's 100%. A lot of the marketing we've done has been radio. You guys have so much more to offer than that, whether it's, websites from targeted marketing to radio. You are kind of a one-stop shop, and it makes doing marketing so much easier. So I would definitely recommend it.
For more info on marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, call 205-345-7200 or click on Advertise with Us on our website.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Here's your Tuscaloosa and West Alabama forecast. A heat advisory remains in place. Sunny, hot, 100 degrees for a high this afternoon. Heat index values near 110, and a light northwest breeze won't give us much in the way of any relief. Partly cloudy, very warm tonight. Lows tonight only dipping to 79. Wednesday, sunshine, 95. An afternoon shower or storm possible tomorrow. Sunny skies on Thursday, cooling to 93. Richard Wedding of the Weather Channel for Town Square Media Tuscaloosa.
It's 94 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Your front row seat to all things Alabama. Tide 100.9 and 12:30 a.m. WTBC, the home of Alabama Crimson Tide sports.
Talking Tuesday edition of the Miller's Edge. Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. All right, Chase, let's talk about some jersey patches. Why don't we do that? We'll start there because this is a big topic that a lot of people have been talking about this morning, and rightfully so. Yes, other schools have been signing deals, right, for sponsors on their uniforms. We've seen it in pro leagues, right? NBA, very, very commonplace, right? But it's now made its way to college athletics, and rightfully so, right? People are trying to find ways to generate more revenue. And we know sponsorships, advertising, hell, that's what runs this show. Again, shout out to all our sponsors. We appreciate you guys putting this on. And if anybody's interested in working with us, we've got some opportunities with football season right around the corner. Make sure you contact us. We got some really good sponsorship opportunities. That said, Ohio State, Chase, might have just really just set the market here on these jersey patches. Here's why. I'm going to share this with the screen. Again, you can check us out on YouTube. That way you guys can see the screen, everything we share, watch, all that good stuff. Pete Thamel reported this morning that Ohio State is entering into a new corporate partnership, with J.P. Morgan Chase. That includes jersey patches for all 36 Ohio State teams. Per industry sources, this is expected to yield Ohio State, get this, nearly $17 million per year, an eye-popping number that's expected to be an industry leader. Now, I'll click on that and try to make it a little bit bigger so you guys can see what it looks like on an Ohio State football uniform. Now, again, you got to remember that this will be on all uniforms. So Ohio State basketball, Ohio State, I don't know, whatever, baseball, if they have a hockey team, right? They're up north. I'm sure they might have something like that, right? You're going to see that Chase logo in the corner or at some point on their jerseys. I'll be honest with you, Chase. Ironically, that's the same name. The sponsor right there. It's not a bad look in my opinion, right? I mean, the Chase logo itself is, do we call that a circle? Yeah, it's like a business-based circle. It's like a white circle, and it says your name on it, right? So your name is going to be on all Ohio State uniforms. It's pretty cool. But it says Chase underneath, just a standard Chase logo. But in my opinion, with the logo being something simple, like the circle that it is, then just the small, text underneath that says Chase, I don't think it looks too bad, to be honest with you. And I've said this before. To me, it almost resembles like, when you play in the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, they give us, our jerseys, Alabama jerseys would have I'm wearing this polo, right? It's got the Toyota Classic, right? Yeah, Tuscaloosa Toyota Classic. It'd have like a even bigger patch that says like Chick-fil-A Classic or whatever, right? And it was a little obnoxious. Granted, that was for one football game, but I don't think anybody really was like that bothered. And that was a pretty obnoxious patch, right? You play in the Orange Bowl, there's a patch for that. There's always been patches for like bowl games, and I don't think it's been that big of a deal. Of course, these would be like standard for every game, home and away, so it's a little bit different here. But I think when you do it the way Ohio State's doing it, like with Chase Bank, a simple, clean, logo like that, I really don't have a huge problem with it. And the fact that we're already inching closer and closer to college really being like a minor sports league, I feel like it's only fitting, right? I've heard, matter of fact, Stanford, where my guy Jamie's at, they've got players kind of inching closer towards a CBA, right? We're taking steps in that direction. But back to the jersey patches. Personally, I don't have a problem with the Chase one on Ohio State's jerseys, and the fact that it's yielding $17 million a year, which that's according to Pete Thamel. Now, I do know another source had mentioned $15 million. Whether it's $17 million, $15 million, that's a lot of money that you're now being able to throw back into your athletic department. Like I mentioned, it's going to be on all athletic jerseys, but they can pick and choose where that money goes, right? And we know football and maybe men's basketball are the only sports that are going to be generating revenue, so I'd imagine football will get majority of that. My whole thing is, I'm going to pose this question for you guys, and I'm going to answer it. Would you guys be okay if Alabama, in fact, did this, which I know we've asked this before, but let's actually respond to it again. Let's circle back to it and take into consideration now that this could potentially yield $15 million plus per year. If Ohio State can value that, for their patches, I feel like Alabama could demand a similar range, personally, right? You're talking about the University of Alabama. I know people are talking about, football's falling off, blah, blah, blah. But this is for all sports. Alabama's got a hell of a basketball team under Nate Oates, who's consistently been playing deep in the postseason in the NCAA tournament, of course, won conference championships. They're not going anywhere. Alabama baseball, Coach Rob Vaughn doing a great job. Had one of their best seasons since, last 2 decades. Softball, they're crushing it. So I would imagine Alabama, if they were to do this, if they went under a similar umbrella and they put it up for all their sports teams, they could at least demand $15 million a year. Probably a little bit more, because we know how the market works. When one school or when one person does one thing, it kind of sets things up for the next. So going back to Smitty's original, QD's original point, I do believe, I understand how it feels like we're a little late to the party, especially when we're talking about, hey, this 2027 class, we since we put so many funds into high school recruiting the past 2 years and we hit the portal, this year we're taking a little bit of a year off. This is why Ohio State and other schools, right? Like they have funds that allow them, right? Whether it's from this or they just have big boosters. And I'm just saying, if it even made it to the point where it's like, hey, we don't have to have 2027 type recruiting years. You get what I'm saying, Chase? Throw a jersey patch on there. That's even more money we can, fall back on. I think it's worth it. Personally, I think it's worth it. I don't know what brand. I think Mercedes-Benz would be a good one because you got the plant close by. Luxury brand. I mean, that's debatable if you want to really say the cars are really worth that much. I mean, but you get the point. It is a luxury brand, right? I mean, Toyota and other cars are much more reliable for a lot cheaper. But the logo is clean, simple. Also a little circle logo, right? We know Mercedes-Benz is I think the logo looked fine. Kind of people, I feel like, associate Mercedes-Benz with high-class luxury. I mean, that, it's not like Golden Flake corn. No, I shouldn't say that in case Golden Flake wants to sponsor. So sorry, Golden Flake. But you get the point, man. It's a little bit different there. What do you think, Chase? I mean, seeing that Ohio State made 15 to 17 million, and real quick before you answer, I do want to throw this out there because it's from Pete Nakos. This is how significant the deal is for Ohio State. The Clippers, their patch value is at like $13 million. The Cavaliers with Goodyear, $10 million. The 76ers, where LeBron just signed, StubHub at $5 million. Wouldn't be shocked if that number has to go up. Now LeBron James will be rocking that jersey with the StubHub logo. Granted, that's for one team, like one organization. This encompasses all of Ohio State's athletic teams. So, I mean, not necessarily apples to apples, but that should tell you, I mean, Ohio State is getting bread. And compared to like the Big 12, Chase, the Big 12 is almost kind of like, it's almost embarrassing. I think their deal was like with Monster for, I don't know, maybe like $20 million for the whole conference, right? I mean, it's not even the same world. What do you think about this, Chase?
It's brilliant, really. I love it, honestly. I think just with where teams are at now in programs, and you're right, this is turned more into minor leagues. And for Alabama, the high-class program that they are and the way they move and the way they view themselves, why not have a patch on your jersey? Especially if it's bringing that kind of money, like the amount of resources, the amount of things that need to be attended to that could finally, we could talk about it and actually put pen to paper. It would change Alabama forever, especially when we want to compete in every sport. And like you said, every sport like baseball, softball, track and field, football, soccer, they're on the uprise here in Tuscaloosa. Why not help in that situation where we don't have to rely so much on Alabama and like trying to recruit high school players and like, why don't we just think of a different way like Ohio State is and so many other schools? Like you said, like with the Big 12, that's crazy. And it is embarrassing and it is sad that for some odd reason, Alabama, for some reason being stuck in their old ways, is not willing to look in this direction. And I understand it's tradition. The SEC is known for that. People have been following Alabama for years and years and years. When they see that Crimson Tide jersey, it reminds them of winning and what they've become a fan of. But honestly, losing does not help. Like we can't just stay in the past and expect things to get better in the future. We have to adjust. And a lot of teams are doing that, and they're benefiting from it. The Big Ten is benefiting from it, the Big 12, other conferences that are using what's going on in today's world to their advantage, they're profiting from it. So if I'm Alabama, like Mercedes-Benz is very a good choice. Alabama Credit Union, so many banks here that maybe they could.
I don't know if they got the bread, Chase.
Oh, well, and outside looking in,
they are a bank, and they are a bank. Maybe they do, but I'm just thinking, I think you got to go probably like national. You know what I mean? If you're talking about dropping $15+ million annually in advertising, it's probably got to be, and it could be. That's not a bad idea though. I mean, maybe they got way more money than I'm thinking, but I'm thinking you probably have to go probably a big national type brand. But I want to get y'all's thoughts because we got to hit this timeout. But I want you guys in the chat to respond if you guys want to send in the app message or call in 205-342-9994. I'm really curious what you guys think about this, because to Chase's point, that would free up some money. I mean, I feel like that takes a little bit less pressure off the fans, right? I mean, the fan, like, of course, you still are going to pursue donations through Yay Alabama and try to get as many people on board supporting the program via Yay Alabama and then that route. But I mean, imagine just having an extra $15 million annually for your athletic department. And like I said, I mean, you still are going to have to figure out how you're going to allocate those funds. But I'm just thinking, like, if you're Alabama and you just had to take a back seat in the 2027 recruiting class, I get they said the numbers, right? Like the numbers are small, but it also is clear that if you're saying you're saving money to pay the guys for, retaining them, clearly you could use a boost in some of those funds. I'm not saying that Alabama is broke or doesn't have money, but we clearly don't have as much money as some of these other schools. And if just throwing a patch on a jersey could help boost that significantly. If it was for like $1 million or $2 million a year, I'm gonna be honest with you, Chase, I would say the hell with it. Just stick with you could probably find a booster to just write you a check or something like that. Maybe to me, like Alabama is valued at a much higher number than that. But seeing Ohio State again, 15 to 17, I feel like Alabama should be at least at that number. And if you're talking $15 to $20 million plus annually in your athletic department, not to mention there could be some type of quote unquote cap coming soon, which I guess if that's the case, then you're maybe not digging as deep in your pockets trying to come up with all this money. But my point is, say the cap is like, I don't know, $30, $40 million. The patch itself pays for like half of that. I mean, so you still can use money for other stuff. I mean, don't forget, we got an arena that needs to be built. You see Texas A&M building other, commodities and things like that. I mean, so it's not just rosters. I mean, that's money that can go towards really anything in your athletic department or surrounding areas. I don't know. I want to get y'all's thoughts on that. And we'll talk about that when we come back. Plus more right here on the Miller's Edge. Talking Tuesday edition, Tide 100.9, 1230. WTBC quick timeout. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back.
By Tuscaloosa Chrysler Jeep Dodge Ram. Find adventure, power, and performance today at Tuscaloosa Jeep Dodge Ram.
Do you have cracks or potholes that are dragging down your property's appeal? Hey, I'm Christian Miller, and at Asphalt Restoration, we transform driveways and parking lots with expert repairs, new paving, or resurfacing. Fast, durable, and family-owned quality that you can trust. Don't let small issues turn into big expenses. Call 205-393-9149 for your free estimate today. That's 205-393-9149. Asphalt Restoration, where smooth roads start. Roll Tide. Hey, it's Christian Miller, and I wanted to tell you about our friends over at Lamparello Law, Education and Advocacy. Founded by attorney and Professor Adam Lamparello, helping students at every level with mentoring, exam prep, applications, and career planning. Adam also represents students, faculty, and athletes in academic misconduct, First Amendment, NIL, and criminal defense cases. Known for real care and relentless advocacy.
Providing essentials like clothing, hygiene items, and household goods. Put help within reach. Learn more at good360.org.
Hey, it's Christian Miller, and I want to tell you about our great friends over at Brian Harding Construction. Located in the heart of Tuscaloosa, Brian Harding Construction is woman-owned and strong as steel, a specialty manufacturing firm with expertise in structural steel fabrication, ASME code piping and vessels, CNC machine work, welding, laser cutting, pipe fitting, industrial maintenance, and crane rentals. With a proven track record of over 30-plus years of experience, no one is better fit for the job. For an evaluation, contact Brian Harding Construction today at 205-752-9611. Again, that's Brian Harding Construction at 205-752-9611.
Coming up on The Game with Ryan Fowler.
Coming up on the Tuesday edition of The Game, we're going to talk to Mike Titillier, WWL, the Big 870. We're also going to catch up with Bill Bender right here starting at 2 p.m. on The Game with Ryan Fowler on Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC, your home of Alabama Crimson Tide Sports.
The longest-running sports talk show in Tuscaloosa. The Game with Ryan Fowler. Weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on Tide 100.9 and 1230 a.m. WTBC. And streaming worldwide on the free Tide app.
What does it mean to advertise and do your marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa? Melissa started her business in 2014. What would you say to someone considering Town Square Media Tuscaloosa?
My experience with Town Square Media has been awesome, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think that this is the first time in my marketing experience that I've been able to see my return on investment. I would definitely say in the past that has not been the case. In this, I like knowing that that's 100%. A lot of the marketing we've done has been radio. You guys have so much more to offer than that, whether it's, websites, from targeted marketing to radio. You are kind of a one-stop shop, and it makes doing marketing so much easier. So I would definitely recommend it.
For more info on marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, call 205-345-7200 or click on Advertise with Us on our website.
Breaking news, bold opinions, and pure Crimson Tide spirit. Tide 100.9 and 12:30 a.m. WTBC.
Talking Tuesday edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. I've been running through some of these chats down here, Chase. I feel like we're on the same page with kind of how we're viewing this jersey patch thing, right? I mean, get with the times or get left. If you get some money from it, it helps with recruiting. Don't have to have down years like 2027. Don't have to feel like you're picking and choosing between this or that. You know what I mean? You have the luxury of maybe bringing in even more talent just by throwing a little patch in the corner of a jersey. I think everybody's kind of on board from it. Now, I saw one chat, though, when I was scrolling through here. I think one chat was like, nah. Said, oh, there it goes. Dom talked that talk. Says, only patch we need is the college football playoff national championship patch. I mean, of course, that's a nice patch to have. But in order to get there, you got to have some more recruits, some more players, be a high school transfer portal. So, I mean, maybe this patch will lead to that patch. Not saying it's, I guess, a guarantee, but at the end of the day, man, it only helps, right? Lisa Rawls says, I believe Alabama's having discussions behind the scenes in an effort to possibly negotiate some sort of patch deal with a massive corporation. I'd be surprised if they're not talking. That's my thing. I don't think they just completely have shut that door or tuned that out, right? I think there's definitely been conversations, but I think it has to make sense. Again, I mean, it's the University of Alabama, right? I mean, people can say what they want. You know, of course, you know, there's things that we can do a little bit better when it comes to football and getting back on that, you know, that stage where we were at one point. However, the brand is the brand. You know, Alabama's logo and brand is still probably more recognizable than any other brand. I know we talked about this with Digger. Whether it's 1, 2, or 3 doesn't matter. It's one of the most recognized brands in the world. That is a fact, especially when it comes to sports. College sports, without doubt. That said, you can demand a high number, and maybe that's part of it, right? I mean, I know it seems like people just throw around money, but I mean, not everybody's willing just to throw around. You got to find the right person. I think it also has to be the right fit. Right? You don't want to just sell out just for the money, right? I'm sure you could go find some gambling company, Chase, that would go serve a check for $25 million a year, right? But then you're promoting, you know what I mean? Like it's gambling on a jersey. You see what I'm saying? Like it also has to make sense. I'm sure DraftKings or some big company, right? Like casinos and sports betting, they have so much bread that they can spend on marketing. I would not think about how that would be paired up with the sports team itself, right? Like Alabama. I'm sure they would be willing to throw out that type of money. But is Alabama going to accept a sponsor like that? Absolutely not. So like Chase Bank, Mercedes-Benz, you know what I mean? That to me makes a lot more sense, something like that. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see a couple more chats here. Lisa also says, absolutely, I would support Alabama doing a patch deal because I don't think they would do it with the company. That's a bad decision. It's the way the new world is. Tide needs to roll with it. Bet they will. Probably will at some point, Chase. I just feel like it's kind of late this year. I mean, I guess Ohio State just did it. I feel like if they don't do it within the next month, you're probably not going to see it this year, right? I mean, don't you think it'd be kind of late? I mean, I guess you could, but like if you're 2 or 3 games into the season, I feel like it's a little too late to try to throw a jersey patch on at that point. Never say never, but you see what I'm saying? I feel like you probably have to get it done before the start of the season. Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree 100% with you, Christian, and you laid it down perfectly. It's a relationship with who you put on your jersey. It's not just you just put it on there just to do it because you don't want to sell what you believe in and what the standard is at Alabama. And I just feel like anybody or any corporation that they have on their jersey, like that's huge dividends down the road. And you're right, especially with foreign players like yourself. Like wherever you go, you're represented by that because you played for Alabama and the core values that it is. But yeah, I wouldn't rush it, especially when everything is so magnetized right now. Especially like you said, we don't want a FanDuel or DraftKings on the jersey when gambling is a bad look right now.
Hey, if they came to the table with $100 million, Chase, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, I see you low on the glasses. I know. Let me find. I got my glass right here. I might have to lower my glasses too. And yes, sir. What was that? You know what I mean? $100 million, man. That's we might have to support some bad habits at that point. I'm sorry. I mean, listen. I know I just said what I said, but I'm saying $100 million, Chase. We could have the Avengers of a football team, basketball team. I mean, I'm just saying, man. $100 million, it might be a different story. Now, I don't want to be ageist here, but this is what Arthur said. This, not me. He said, Christian, the older fans are sensitive to change. If you were to poll younger fans, I bet we all would be surprised. Arthur said that. I'm not ageist. I don't know what the term is when you do that. You hold something against older folks, but which I understand, man. The older I get, hell, I feel like I'm the same way. I'm like, I just want things to just be what they are. I don't like change. You know what I mean? Now, when you're younger, it's a little bit different. You just want to explore and do this and that and third. But I feel like when you get older, you're just kind of like, man, just leave it the way it is, man. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right? Isn't that the term? I used to always mess that up. I used to always say something totally different. I realized I was like, I'm not saying that right. All right, let's see. We got to hit a timeout. So let's do that. When we come back, we'll get Smitty here on the phone lines. I know you guys love Smitty. I think Smitty's just gonna have to have like a designated staff. Of course, he calls in frequently. We love that. Every time I talk to somebody, Chase, I love when Smitty's on the show. Smitty's my favorite guest. I'm like, Smitty he calls in, but I'm like, he is a guest at this point, man. We just need to get Smitty on the stream, man. Hopefully he's got a good camera, though. If he's going to come on the stream, we need to have a nice little camera mic set up. Smitty, I think you've earned that, man. We'll go to you on the phone lines when we come back, but maybe next week or whenever we'll start getting you on the stream right here on the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. Quick timeout. We'll be right back. Do you have cracks or potholes that are dragging down your property's appeal? Hey, I'm Christian Miller, and at Asphalt Restoration, we transform driveways and parking lots with expert repairs, new paving, or resurfacing. Fast, durable, and family-owned quality that you can trust. Don't let small issues turn into big expenses. Call 205-393-9149 for your free estimate today. That's 205-393-9149. Asphalt Restoration, where smooth roads start. Roll Tide. Hey, it's Christian Miller, and I wanted to tell you about our friends over at Lamparello Law, Education and Advocacy. Founded by attorney and Professor Adam Lamparello, helping students at every level with mentoring, exam prep, applications, and career planning. Adam also represents students, faculty, and athletes in academic misconduct, First Amendment, NIL, and criminal defense cases. Known for real care and relentless...
Providing essentials like clothing, hygiene items, and household goods. Put help within reach. Learn more at good360.org.
From our home base in Birmingham, Alabama, we are here treating patients from every generation
across the United States
and from around the world. We're here for the rookies and the dreamers,
trying to make a name for themselves.
We are here for the achievers
who are resilient
and won't take no for an answer. We're here for the coaches,
athletic trainers, and mentors who are shaping the next generation of legends. We are here for you.
Aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
Learn more at andrewsportsmedicine.com.
What does it mean to advertise and do your marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa? Melissa started her business in 2014. What would you say to someone considering Town Square Media Tuscaloosa?
My experience with Town Square Media has been awesome, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think that this is the first time in my marketing experience that I've been able to see my return on investment. I would definitely say in the past that has not been the case. In this, I like knowing that that's 100%. A lot of the marketing we've done has been radio. You guys have so much more to offer than that, whether it's, websites, from targeted marketing to radio. You are kind of a one-stop shop, and it makes doing marketing so much easier. So I would definitely recommend it.
For more info on marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, call 205-345-7200 or click on Advertise with Us on our website.
Tide 100.9 Tuscaloosa weather.
Here's your Tuscaloosa and West Alabama forecast. A heat advisory remains in place. Sunny, hot, 100 degrees for a high this afternoon. Heat index values near 110, and a light northwest breeze won't give us much in the way of any relief. Partly cloudy, very warm tonight. Lows tonight only dipping to 79. Wednesday, sunshine, 95. An afternoon shower or storm possible tomorrow. Sunny skies on Thursday, cooling to 93. Richard Wedding of the Weather Channel for Town Square Media, Tuscaloosa.
It's 95 degrees in Tuscaloosa.
Roll Tide all the time. This is Tide 100.9 and 12:30 a.m. WTBC, the home of Alabama Crimson Tide sports.
Tuesday edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. We're trying to look up how much Bill Giants Alabama pays for that on-field sponsorship logo. That was not public knowledge, but it did guesstimate probably a couple $1 million, maybe more or less, probably a few $1 million. So not bad, but why not add another 15 to 20 if you can sell a jersey patch? 205-342-9904. Smitty, you're up first here on the phone lines. Welcome in.
How's it going, good brother?
It's good, man. Hey, listen, man, if you got a good little camera set up, I might need to start giving you a stream invite, man. If I get one more compliment about Smitty on the Miller's Edge, man, I might just have to make you co-host for like 2 out of the 5 days, since the Pastor Payne only shows up about once a month at this point.
Hey, first thing first, if South Carolina beats Alabama, you can't get rid of him. He'll beat you to the string. But yeah, I work during the day around that time. It's kind of hard for me. And plus Brandon Clear, the way he be dressed, he probably put on a mink coat next week. I don't want him making me look bad and poor. Sorry, you know.
That makes two of us, man. That makes two of us.
Yeah.
You're making me look bad on my own show.
I know, but two things. You talk about this Ohio State thing. And I put in the chat also that, hey, we have bowl sponsorship patches. They have patches for these neutral site games as well. And I know Alabama is a school where they have money, but they don't have, we can afford to miss money, if you get what I'm saying.
Yes, sir.
Also, and that's been my criticism with the boosters of Alabama. Because you remember when Nick Saban got into it with Jimbo Fisher, people missed the part where he was out there trying to drum up resources for the players back then. And it's like, and you see it now kind of the same way. I know people want the pure jersey and all that with nothing on it, but it's a different era. The schools and conferences aren't required to pay the players. Most of that is on the fan. They have to come up with ways to pay money. And Ohio State doing this with Chase Bank, not our Chase, because it was, I would ask them for money. But, but the thing is, when Alabama goes this route, it can't be a local regional company. It should be something national with a global brand. Like a Mercedes. Heck, I call Emirates up. For people who watch soccer, call Emirates. Trust me.
They got the money for sure out there, boy.
Yeah, that's the way to go, because if you're a national big boy brand, you got to move like it. And let's just say 15. They said they get, I think it was 17 million, right? Let's say they, like you said, 12 million. You can use that to put you over the top to retain players and bring in some players. But it also may give you some leeway in case you miss, if you follow me there.
Well, that's why I was kind of looking at it like this, Smitty. I mean, for the people that were very dissatisfied with how this 2027 class has been going, I get the 28 classes picked back up. and looks like it's back on the rise there in recruiting. But here's my thing: if put a jersey patch basically guarantees that you no longer have to stress about, hey, we're going to take a year off from recruiting. I get it also as a numbers thing, but we also know money, like you mentioned, still is a factor. To me, I think that's worth the trade-off, man. If you can guarantee your roster be even more competitive year in and year out, you don't have to have years like 2027 where you're, kind of having your hands tied behind your back. I think that's worth putting a little patch on a jersey, personally.
Yeah, because you could do both the retention and bring in some guys. Because one reason they backed off some people is because they said, man, we can't pay this big money and retain these people if you're not able to play this year. And I think if you go that sponsorship route, the patch route, you can be able to do that now. You can afford yourself that. And I think that is where I think fans got to understand. 1985 is gone. Those days are over. Once money got introduced and the price of the brick keep going up, you have to keep up or you're going to be left behind. And you're going to have to do that. It's going to be some things that look different than when I was a kid. And that's okay because I don't care. I don't care how ugly the logo is, as long as the check clears.
That's true. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I wouldn't be for like if it was like a brand that you're just kind of like, that ain't it. I mean, maybe I would say, hey, let's think twice about this. But something similar to what Chase is on Ohio State's, or you know what I mean, something similar that's just simple, easy, just to throw on there, doesn't really stand out too much, or it's like an eyesore. I would be okay with that.
Yeah, it's a logo that you know what it is by looking at it. And I think there are plenty of brands out there, they tie their Mercedes with Coach Saban. Hey, have Coach Saban stop giving Lane Kiffin career advice and talking to Ron DeSantis, and let's get him up here to holler at Mercedes and broker this deal, But one thing I know everybody talked about with Kalen DeBoer, right, how everybody just overreacts to his comment. And I'm thinking you're talking about when that guy asked him about his legacy with the national championship, correct?
Yes.
All right, here's my point. And I'm going to ask you a question also. I don't remember Nick Saban ever going up before a podium saying our goal is national championship. Y'all talk about the process. Those 5 years you were there, did Nick Saban ever walk up there the first day talking about the national championship, or he talked about the process and doing everything y'all need to do first, pretty much handle your business? If you don't, you can't even be in position.
I don't recall. Now, don't quote me on that. I mean, he might have gotten up.
How about your experience?
Yeah. For mine, not that I recall. I mean, I like I said last week, he's always talked about the process, right, and not being results oriented or results driven, right. Let those come by folks. I listen, just like my dad talked about. He's used that. I do speaking engagements, and that's one of the main messages when I'm always up there, and it's like, hey. Everybody's like, hey, what's some stuff you learned from Coach Saban that you could, pass on to our team or our employees? I always mention that, right? Be process-driven and not results-oriented, right? Because the results will come when you define your process and you're doing things each and every single day towards that process, right? When you're investing in that area, the results will come. So, I feel like he would have gave a very similar answer. And regardless, the question was about his specific legacy on if he wins a national championship or not, how that will define his time at Alabama. They didn't ask him, like, what are your expectations while at Alabama, right? And I think people are perceiving, or I guess they're hearing it as if the question was asked like that, right? Like, hey, what are your expectations? It wasn't that. It just was, how do you feel that more than likely, right, that your career is going to be defined by winning a national championship? And personally, I thought the answer he gave was a selfless answer, right? And that's probably what he was aiming for. Just like we'll listen to this clip in here in a second. He kind of was just mentioning the whole process thing. And I just think it's a good example, Smitty, that with him, unfortunately, right now, because maybe kind of like in your words, like, I'm not saying he doesn't present himself the best all the time, but he doesn't scream confidence all the time, like with some of his answers when he's in the media. And I don't mean to say that in a rude way. I'm just being honest, right? Like, I just think, and then when you're coming from a guy who anytime he spoke, it was like people had notepads out because they're trying to take notes down for what he's about to say. And he Coach Saban has had that aura, about him, right? Where he could say something little or something big or nothing at all. And it had this presence to him. And so I just think people are still trying to line every little detail up with that. I just don't think that's right. But, Coach DeBoer explained what he kind of was going with, but probably people just kind of hearing it wrong or misinterpreting it.
Yeah, I'll say this before I run. Thanks for taking my call as always. Thing is, right, I think it's like SEC media days. A lot of fans and media want their coach to be loud, outspoken, things like that, soundbite guy. Because we heard about Pete Golden's, his soundbites, even though it was hilarious. John Summerall with his tough talk. All of that is great when you're winning. When you're losing, they go, like I said before, they go say Pete Golden looks disheveled, doesn't have a haircut, he's goofy. Summerall, he's a blowhard. It's good when you're winning or you do, but when you're losing, they pick you apart for everything. I'm telling you, they probably get mad at Kay and the boy because he uses ranch instead of blue cheese. When he losing, they get mad. And I think with him, I agree with the whole, like y'all said, the process thing, because I remember Michael Carroll talked about, like, he made a good block, but what happened was he missed the assignment. And he talked about that. I remember that. And that's what process-oriented means. Yeah, you may have made a play. It's kind of like a defensive lineman freelance, and yeah, you made the play, but what happens when you mess it up? Because, correct me if I'm wrong here, coaches don't get mad if you get beat doing your job because the other guy puts his pants on too. But when you mess up by freelancing and not trusting that process, that will get the anger. And I'm glad they did that with Michael Carroll. I remember that, and that just went unsaid. But, hey, Christian, you guys have a good one. Keep up the great work as always, guys.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate you. Likewise, brother. Good deal, man. Perfect timing. We hit this top of the hour break. Chase, we come back. We keep on rolling right here on this Talking Tuesday. This is the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. And I used ChatGPT, by the way, to draw a mock-up of what an Alabama jersey with the Mercedes-Benz patch would look like on there above the Nike logo. And I'll just say this, Chase, I don't think it looks too bad, man. I want you guys to check it out. Come look at it on the stream at the Miller's Edge on YouTube. Give it a look and let us know what you think. And we'll respond when we come back right here after this quick top of the hour break. Quick time out. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Hey, it's Christian Miller, and I want to tell you about our great friends over at Brian Harding Construction. Located in the heart of Tuscaloosa, Brian Harding Construction is woman-owned and strong as steel, a specialty manufacturing firm with expertise in structural steel fabrication, ASME code piping and vessels, CNC machine work, welding, laser cutting, pipe fitting, industrial maintenance, and crane rentals. With a proven track record of over 30-plus years of experience, no one is better fit for the job. For an evaluation, contact Brian Harding Construction today at 205-752-9611. Again, that's Brian Harding Construction at 205-752-9611.
Coming up on The Game with Ryan Fowler.
Coming up on the Tuesday edition of The Game, we're going to talk to Mike Titillier, WWL, the Big 870. We're also going to catch up with Bill Bender right here starting at 2 p.m. on The Game with Ryan Fowler on Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC, your home of Alabama Crimson Tide Sports.
The longest-running sports talk show in Tuscaloosa. The Game with Ryan Fowler. Weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on Tide 100.9 and 1230 a.m. WTBC. And streaming worldwide on the free Tide app.
What does it mean to advertise and do your marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa? Melissa started her business in 2014. What would you say to someone considering Town Square Media Tuscaloosa?
My experience with Town Square Media has been awesome, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think that this is the first time in my marketing experience that I've been able to see my return on investment. I would definitely say in the past that has not been the case. In this, I like knowing that that's 100%. A lot of the marketing we've done has been radio. You guys have so much more to offer than that, whether it's, websites, from targeted marketing to radio. You are kind of a one-stop shop, and it makes doing marketing so much easier. So I would definitely recommend it.
For more info on marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, call 205-345-7200 or click on Advertise with Us on our website.
WTBC Tuscaloosa and W265CG Tuscaloosa, a Town Square Media station. Tide 100.9 and streaming on the Tide 100.9 app.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, Here's Steve DeSager.
Tampa Bay Bucks defensive tackle Vita Vea has requested a trade. Colts quarterback Daniel Jones says he'll practice fully this Wednesday after last year's torn Achilles, but the Packers placed tight end Tucker Kraft on the PUP list, and defensive lineman at Green Bay Micah Parsons is expected to go on the physically unable to perform list after last year's torn ACL. Veteran linebacker and safety Jamal Adams signed with Minnesota. North Carolina football GM Michael Lombardi was placed on paid leave after a human resources complaint. To Major League Baseball, Miami ended a 12-game losing streak, coming back against Philadelphia 8-7 with 3 runs in the bottom of the ninth. The loss to closer Joan Duran. Houston with 4 runs top of the ninth won at the Angels 6-4. Victories for Boston and San Francisco. The Yankees beat the White Sox 9-5. Yanks outfielder Cody Bellinger is out 4 to 6 weeks with a strained hamstring.
It's time for the Miller's Edge with 4-time SEC champion and 2-time national champion Christian Miller.
Once again with Christian Miller taking him down.
Here is college football playoff national champion Christian Miller on Tide 100.9 and 12:30 a.m. WTBC.
Edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. We've been talking a whole bunch about these jersey patches, Chase, but yeah, it's Talking Tuesday, man. We're just having some fun. If you guys want to see the jersey patch concept that we came up with, I'll post it on X too. I think a lot of people will probably have some opinions on there. Check it out on our stream, at least for now, at the Miller's Edge. We're looking at Keelan Russell rocking a Mercedes-Benz patch just above the Nike logo, and I think it looks clean, Chase. What's your opinion on that Mercedes logo? Would you rock with that? You think that's simple?
Yeah, I think it doesn't do too much. It doesn't take away from the Nike logo, and then with the SEC logo from my vantage on the left side, it doesn't do any wrong to it. I don't know where else you would put it, because you don't want to take anything else off the jersey. Maybe like on the shoulder or that's a shoulder.
So Kenji had recommended to look at Microsoft. Now this is I think that's B-Rob from years ago, but we threw the Microsoft logo above the Nike check here. Now this one's got color in it, right? Because you've got red, green, blue, and yellow. It's a square, and this is Microsoft underneath. But believe it or not, Chase, it looks better than I thought it would have looked. Honestly, I actually don't mind the Microsoft logo that much. I mean, I at first, when it first popped up and I saw the color, I'm like, I don't know. But now seeing it with like the actual photo, like that's not too bad. RME in the chat says he likes Mercedes better. I think Mercedes is just a little bit cleaner. Personally, I don't know. It's kind of fun just experimenting with different logos. Maybe we'll keep doing that throughout the show, just to try to see if we can find some more that I don't know, catch our attention maybe. All right, we need to listen to this Kalen DeBoer interview. He sat down with, was it ABC 3340 News, I think it was. And he had a few things that he talked about in this interview, but I want to get to the part, the big one, right, that everybody's been talking about in terms of his question about the, I guess, his legacy, right? And he basically clarified what he meant by that. So I want to give this a listen to real quick with you guys, get y'all's thoughts on it. And I think it kind of lines up with what we've been talking about. So this is what head coach Kalen DeBoer had to say when he was asked about that question that a lot of people in the media took issue to. Hold on, let me get this on the screen for you guys. Hold on one second.
Time in Alabama will be defined by whether you win a national championship.
I certainly know that that's an important part of what's happened in the program. So I wouldn't doubt that if that's the case. I'm not focused on that. I'm focused on just helping our program be the best and trying to bring out the best and raise the level of everyone around me, from coaching staff to our players, trying to maximize what we're capable of every single day.
You surrender to an ass kicking on national television to end your season. And when all of that is said and done, and you force Alabama fans everywhere to live with that the entire offseason, it is media day. The season hasn't started yet. And they ask you about your ambition, your goal, and what it means to capture the ultimate prize. And your words are,
I just want people to be better. I just want to get the best out of people.
Come on, man.
We've been fully embracing, what the expectations are here at Alabama. That's what we all signed up for. That's why we came here. So I guess that, surprises me to have it come across that way. You get asked the same questions a lot of different ways. And, for me, what I'm focused on, I guess the way you want to come across is you're focused on the process. You're focused on the day-to-day things, and that I think the question had something to do with like a legacy or time when what it's like when time is up here at Alabama, right now is what matters. The perception and whatever it is when it's all said and done, that'll take place on its own, and we're going to do everything we can to make sure that it's an awesome experience and it's an awesome time, and that we're never going to shy away from championships and winning. It's a big time piece of this program, and that's what I've been a part of wherever I've been is having those type of lofty goals and expectations, and that's why I came here.
So there you go. That was head coach Kalen DeBoer clarifying a little bit on his answer regarding his legacy when everything's all said and done, and if he believes that winning a national championship will, in fact, define his time here at Alabama. And basically, Chase, what he said in that clarification was pretty much what we talked about, right? The question was about his legacy, and he wanted to focus in on, hey, the here and now, right? The steps that they need to do right now to be the best football team that they can be. And clearly, he was trying to deflect from himself, which is, like rule number one in media, right? When you talk about athletes, coach, whoever in the media, it's always like, hey, man, find a way to deflect from yourself the best that you can and give credit to others, right? Like that's like rule number one. That's clearly what the guy was doing, man. I felt for him in this situation because it's like he was trying to give a good, selfless answer, right? Put, his guys on a pedestal, praise his team, praise his coaches, just talk about the work that they're doing. And then it's like he's looked at like he's not competitive or he's not trying to win the big one, which we know is the national championship, which is the standard here at the University of Alabama. Kind of like he said, I mean, of course, like you come here, like everybody knows that's the standard. So, I mean, it almost makes me wonder, like, I mean, did people give Lane Kiffin a hard time when he mentioned, like, I don't remember his exact words, but, everybody's basically saying this national championship or bust for him. And I feel like he's repeatedly mentioned that, hey, there's going to be a learning curve. There's going to be a little bit of a process. He doesn't know time frame, right? Like when they're going to be knocking on the door of winning the national championship. Of course, that's the goal. But you can tell with almost all of Lane Kiffin's answers, Chase, he's trying to bring everybody back to reality in terms of expectations. Like it's not very realistic to expect Lane and his squads to go win a national championship in year one. Like, yes, people are I don't know if I would use the word optimistic, or people are definitely eager to see with the tools that he has, with his staff. I mean, I guess that paints him in high regard. They have confidence that if you give him the right tools, he'll be able to make them work. But he's sitting there in the media reminding everybody that, hey, I just think you need to have some patience. You know what I mean? Like, this is going to be a little bit of a process. I just don't feel like people took that answer necessarily like, oh, Lane's not competitive. Lane doesn't want to win a national championship. Lane was just being honest. Right? That's just the reality of things. So I don't know. I'm curious if maybe I'm the only one thinking like that. Again, this is not trying to like deflect from Coach DeBoer, right? Like, we'll be critical when it's appropriate, but it's just like, I feel like there's just a number of examples, at least there has been recently, where it's just like, damn, this guy, they like to pile up on him, man. It is true. They like to pile up on him a little bit. Like, so is some of the criticism deserved? Absolutely. Right? I mean, when you go get your ass whooped last 2 games on the big stage, you deserve criticism, right? I mean, I'm not saying you deserve to be disrespected or people to be ugly to you, but I'm saying, like, you understand as the head coach of the University of Alabama and all the standards and expectations that come with it. Like, if you have performances like that, without a doubt, there's going to be criticism that comes with it. But what I don't think you deserve, Chase, is like people going above and beyond and literally making it seem as if like there's been no good done, as if this seems like there's no hope, because to me, I think that's not the whole story. Are there reasons for concern? Are there reasons to have some level of doubt, even if it's very small, minuscule? Yeah, 100%. There definitely are reasons of concern. I have concerns about several things, but I also believe in patience and giving people an ample amount of time to do what they need to do to be successful. If someone, hired me to do some broadcasting work and they expected like the first broadcast with a whole new team of people I'm working with for me to just be perfect and have the best ratings ever, I mean, I'd be like, damn. I mean, let me build some chemistry with my co-host. let me meet the producer a little bit. Let me feel it out. I think stuff just takes time, so I think you need a little bit of patience. All right, I see the Pastor Payne jumped on here. I'm excited to hear what he has to say. This is the third day in a row, third show in a row, Chase? Friday? Yesterday?
Yep.
This is 3 days in a row. It's 3 shows in a row. Not 3 days in a row. We had the weekend, but 3 shows in a row. His mood just seems different, Chase. He seems like he's got better spirits. I don't know what's going on with him, man, but it's good, though. It's good. So what we'll do is we'll hit a timeout. We'll hear what he has to say about all this we've been talking about and more. We still can take y'all's calls, 205-342-9904. And we keep on rolling on this Talking Tuesday edition of the Miller's Edge. Tide 100.9, 1230. WTV.
Dodge Ram, Tuscaloosa's destination for iconic Jeeps. Owner loyalty earns $1,500 cash back on a new 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Do you have cracks or potholes that are dragging down your property's appeal? Hey, I'm Christian Miller, and at Asphalt Restoration, we transform driveways and parking lots with expert repairs, new paving, or resurfacing. Fast, durable, and family-owned quality that you can trust. Don't let small issues turn into big expenses. Call 205-393.
Fridge looks brand new. Your fridge looks amazing, Leslie. Sorry, I was being a little dramatic earlier.
Your kitchen says a lot about you. Let it brag with Wyman.
Hey, it's Christian Miller, and I wanted to tell you about our friends over at Lamparello Law, Education and Advocacy. Founded by attorney and Professor Adam Lamparello, helping students at every level with mentoring, exam prep, applications, and career planning. Adam also represents students, faculty, and athletes in academic misconduct, First Amendment, NIL, and criminal defense cases. Known for real care and relentless advocacy. For guidance you can trust, call 201-317-5115 or visit Lamparello-law.com. That's Lamparello Law, Education, and Advocacy.
What does it mean to advertise and do your marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa? Melissa started her business in 2014. What would you say to someone considering Town Square Media Tuscaloosa?
My experience with Town Square Media has been awesome, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think that this is the first time in my marketing experience that I've been able to see my return on investment. I would definitely say in the past that has not been the case. In this, I like knowing that that's 100%. A lot of the marketing we've done has been radio. You guys have so much more to offer than that, whether it's, websites, from targeted marketing to radio. You are kind of a one-stop shop, and it makes doing marketing so much easier. So I would definitely recommend it.
For more info on marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, call 205-345-7200 or click on Advertise with Us on our website.
Hey, it's Christian Miller, and I want to tell you about our great friends over at Brian Harding Construction. Located in the heart of Tuscaloosa, Brian Harding Construction is woman-owned and strong as steel, a specialty manufacturing firm with expertise in structural steel fabrication, ASME code pipe piping and vessels, CNC machine work, welding, laser cutting, pipe fitting, industrial maintenance, and crane rentals. With a proven track record of over 30 plus years of experience, no one is better fit for the job. For an evaluation, contact Brian Harding Construction today at 205-752-9611. Again, that's Brian Harding Construction at 205-752-9611.
From our home base in Birmingham, Alabama, we are here treating patients from every generation
Across the United States
and from around the world. We're here for the rookies and the dreamers, trying to make a name for themselves. We are here for the achievers,
who are resilient
and won't take no for an answer. We're here for the coaches,
athletic trainers, and mentors
who are shaping the next generation of legends. We are here for you,
aggressively pursuing
victory over injury.
Learn more at andrewsportsmedicine.com.
Coming up on The Game with Ryan Fowler.
Coming up on the Tuesday edition of The Game, we're going to talk to Mike Titillier, WWL, the Big 870. We're also going to catch up with Bill Bender right here starting at 2 p.m. on The Game with Ryan Fowler on Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC, your home of Alabama Crimson Tide Sports.
The longest running sports talk show in Tuscaloosa. The Game with Ryan Fowler. Weekdays from 2 to 6 p.m. on Tide 100.9 and 1230 a.m. WTBC. And streaming worldwide on the free Tide app. Stay locked in, Tide fans. This is Tide 100.9 and 1230 a.m. WTBC. The home of Alabama Crimson Tide Sports.
Tuesday edition of the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. We've been looking at a million different, patches on Alabama jerseys, Chase. I think Mercedes still is in the lead right now. Maybe we need to pull up another poll and get y'all's thoughts on that. Smitty, excuse me. I keep mixing QD and Smitty up today. What is wrong with me, man? QD just tagged us in another jersey patch announcement. Maybe we're on the clock, Chase. Maybe we're up next. Maybe Alabama is on the clock. Not that. We don't need to see that. That was the Mercedes-Benz logo for you guys that are just tuning in. This is what QD just tagged us in. Notre Dame is rocking with SoFi, which is a bank. SoFi's logo is a little rectangle right there. It says SoFi, and it's got the little Braille-looking things right there. I think that's simple. That's not too bad. Placement of it, it's a little bit different than some of the other ones. I think that's probably the only spot that makes sense right here. But the good thing is, Nike on Alabama's jerseys is offset, right, to the left side. Under Armour is right there in the middle, so they have a little bit more room to work with. But I don't mind that one, Chase. I mean, SoFi for Notre Dame. Now let's see if are there numbers here. Oh, here we go. Notre Dame has signed a jersey patch sponsorship deal with SoFi. This one is worth $18 to $20 million annually. So now they are expected to become the richest jersey sponsorship in college athletics history. So there you go, Chase. Granted, it's not like they just use that for, leverage, because this deal was probably already being discussed. But hear me out. I think at this point, Alabama would be severely missing out on a major opportunity by not doing that. I mean, if Ohio State got 15 to 17, Notre Dame just got 18 to 20, I think Alabama should be at least 20, because I want to say that's probably similar to Ohio State. So let me see if they say it as well. That's going to be on all the uniforms, right? Not just football. I want to say that's going to be on all of Notre Dame athletic uniforms. And again, when you compare Notre Dame and Ohio State, pound for pound, with all of their programs, all of their athletic programs, University of Alabama is going to be above both of those schools. When you combine football, a top 5, what was it, like top 10? I don't know. Basketball. Alabama, you consider what? Top 10, Chase, maybe? Top 10 in basketball? Baseball, top 25. Softball, top 5. Like, I think Alabama easily could demand $20 million. Easily. So, what has he got going on? I mean, let's let him. I don't know what he's doing. We'll let him figure that out. Your thoughts, Chase, on the Notre Dame logo patch right here?
I like it. It's not that bad. I think if you change maybe the white, maybe keep it the background of blue, and then the lettering of the SOFI, I mean, put it white, and then somehow deal with the thing to the right of the logo. I think that looks fire, but hey, Notre Dame say, hold my beer. I'll do something better than what Ohio State can do. And who's next? Because you got schools in, California who can afford this, like UCLA, USC. I don't know. This is making a lot of those schools that are not capitalizing it look really bad because Notre Dame's not a conference and they can literally just upgrade their roster next year or whatever they want to do. Not even just football, like basketball. Their men's basketball needs a jump. They've been wanting that for a while. The women's basketball team, for example, they've been needing a resurgence. That is going to put them on the map 100%. So, hey, hopefully Alabama is on the clock and looking towards this because it's going to boost Notre Dame's athletics in a whole different way.
Well.
There he goes.
What's up?
Well, what? I mean, you going to speak? Working doing hot. What? Working doing what?
I was outside working, cleaning the pool.
I'd have to see that to believe that.
Woo, Lord, Chase. How you doing, Chase?
Talk.
I'm doing good. How are you?
Out of breath?
Yeah, I'm out, bro. Listen, what's happening?
Not much.
I heard y'all talking about all the Benjamins.
Do you need to change? Do you need to breathe? Do you need to do some deep breathing?
I'm good, man. Don't worry about me.
I'm saying you were pausing about a minute in between every word.
I'm just getting set up. I'm getting my little stuff set up. So I've been walking.
Good. So, you need to get those steps in. That's good.
You always talking about what I need to do. What you need?
Because I'm trying to challenge you. Listen, we got Adam Lamparello of Lamparello Law. He said he went to the doctor. I forgot what the latest he told us, but he's been working out. I'm just saying, Adam didn't play 9 years in the league.
Listen,
but I'm saying, just trying to encourage you. I'm trying to motivate and inspire you, just like you do with the young men and women that you speak to on behalf of Giants for Christ. I'm trying to put a word in your spirit to go out there and get those steps in and take care of your health in the name of Jesus.
Hey, boy, I felt a little something in that.
Okay.
You got some anointing in there when you get rid of all that cussing. We talked about that last night.
Hey.
Taming the tongue, James chapter 3. Once you read all through that, pray on and clean up your mouth. And might have a little something. A little something. I ain't talking about with toothpaste or soap. I'm talking about with the Holy Ghost. I felt something in that, Jay.
Yeah,
I want about Honda. I'm speaking in tongues. I want about Honda. I want about Honda. Chase.
You said I want to buy a Honda. That's not tongue. That's not tongue.
That's a joke. Listen, you know what? You see these shirts that I got, printed up.
You see the one you're wearing?
Yeah, but this is a garnet color, crimson, if you will. For all the folks on chat, you know what? I want y'all to be ordering some of this stuff. Help a brother out so I can get these books in the hands of these young people from the gridiron to the gospel, the Corey Miller story.
It's a pretty good shirt. Who made that? That ain't a bad shirt.
No, this is a dry fit shirt.
I'm talking about the design, man, not the.
I had a company do it for me. You like that logo?
Yeah,
that's gonna be the back of it will be the logo with that picture that I asked questions about.
Wait. I don't think I'll put a whole picture of you on the back.
No, the picture of the book is going to be me holding the football. Go on the Facebook. You'll see a lot of people love it.
Yeah, I was about to say, don't overdo it. Now, that looks good.
I got professional people doing this. I got professional people doing this. Thank you for your opinion, but I'm good. Listen, let me see.
Here, man.
Hey, Jay, let me listen, man. The reason why I bring that up about the shirt, I obviously want to tell the people in the chat, check me out. Love for you to that his supporters here with the book and the garb, with shirt. They don't have the hats. You can see here. You get the Pastor Payne logo on the back, on the side. But I went in there, and the people was like, tell me about Nike. I heard y'all talking about Nike and Notre Dame and Alabama. Well, South Carolina, as you know, this will be our first year as a Nike school. We've been Under Armour for years. But Alabama, he was telling me that Alabama had a problem with Nike because our colors, if you pull up South Carolina new Nike uniforms online, well, you know,
Okay, I think he just literally just disappeared while he was talking. So how about this? We got to hit timeout anyways, Chase. It's that time. Oh, there it goes. All right. Can we hear you, though?
We're known as garnet and black, right? Mm-hmm. But Alabama got a problem because our colors are now crimson. And it looks, our garnet looks crimson, and the people, supposedly at Alabama, you can get the inside scoop on this, apparently are upset about it because the colors kind of mimic. You know, if you look at the old Under Armour South Carolina garnet, it's different than the Alabama crimson. And they're the new Nike. Boy, they're sweet now.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I do like the South Carolina uniforms. I'll give you that. But hold on. Let me hide the poll for a second, chat. You said that's supposed to be the same as.
Yeah, when you look at.
I don't think so.
The picture may not be showing it the whole thing, but that's pretty close, bro.
No, it's not that close. I'll be honest with you. I mean, that is a little bit lighter than y'all's traditional.
I think so
garnet.
too, but why would Alabama have a problem with that?
Well, first of all, you're just going off of who told you that?
The print guy, because they print stuff and they have license for all this stuff, and that's what he said.
Well, that I don't know. But I don't think anybody be mad. That looks nothing like Alabama's crimson jersey.
Like the color, because the color, not.
No, I know. I'm saying the color. I don't even think that, bro.
These jerseys look a lot better than Alabama. Let's just be real about it.
Oh my God! Here he goes. First of all, I got a jersey right behind. I have a jersey right behind me. You can see it right there.
Yeah, I got some too.
Now let me see. Hold on. Let me throw that back on here. Hold on. I'm like an old man right now. Let me minimize myself. I don't think. I mean, it's definitely closer than what. Okay, it's closer.
It's closer than what the Under Armour was.
I mean, all right. So there's the Carolina one, and then here's mine.
So what do you call this color on the gridiron to the gospel? This called cardinal. This may be more like Stanford, you think?
Cardinal, yeah. I would classify that more like Stanford. Yeah. I kind of like the full screen, man. I feel a little more official. We go full screen. Like that's pretty.
But tell me about this new garb, you know, with the short sleeve hoodie and the pockets.
All right. So are you going to model or are you going to talk about these jersey patches, man? I mean, we got to time out. Okay. That's cool, man. That's really cool.
Your boy gonna be a designer for us all over. Listen.
Okay. Well, tell me to answer this question for you at this break, man.
Okay.
Ohio State has just announced a jersey patch sponsorship with Chase Bank, $15 to $17 million annually. Now the patch will be on all of their athletic uniforms. So that's football, basketball, baseball, you name it. Right? I'll throw it on the screen right there. You can see an example of it right there. Now we just heard Notre Dame announced they've also entered in a partnership, this time with SoFi Bank. All these banks, man, they're throwing all that money around. And they are getting about $18 to $20 million annually. I'm throwing that on the screen right there for you guys. There you go. So the question in the chat was, do you guys think with Alabama, with all the tradition that we're so proud of, right? The simplicity of the jerseys, we all know nobody wants to touch Alabama's jerseys. Would you be okay with something along the lines of this? All right, that's B-Rob right there. We threw a Mercedes-Benz patch on there.
But look how plain a jersey.
Listen.
They did do something about that.
No, they don't. What are you talking? Bro, it's tradition, man. It is tradition. It's like Penn State, man. You know what's funny? I feel like Penn State's don't look as good as ours, though. And maybe I'm just biased.
Listen, who y'all gonna get? Bama Bucks to be our sponsor?
Who?
Bama Bucks Bank. I mean, I don't know. I see when I be down there, I see some.
I've never
we take
heard
Bama
of
Bucks. We take some Bama
Bucks is for students at the university.
I know that, but I'm just trying to be funny. But listen, what bank? What's the bank in Tuscaloosa? What is the main bank?
I don't think it had to be.
It's going to be Bank of America. You're going to use Wells Fargo, Bank of Tuscaloosa. You know who going to?
Yeah, Brian Bank. I mean,
never heard of them. And they ain't gonna pay no 15, 18 million.
No, that's why I said I think national is the way you'd have to go. But I'm saying Bryant Bank is, from Coach Bryant's family.
Well, they got the field, they got the stage. I mean, they got so much that they can, make money with rights.
The question is, would it be worth? I guess not necessarily ruining the Alabama traditional uniform, but I'm saying, would it be worth throwing on a brand sponsorship like that on a jersey that is like
can you
quote
use
unquote
that money? Can you use that money to ante up or build up NIL? Can you use that money for the athletes because they're going to be wearing that jersey, so that they should get a cut of that, right?
Yeah.
So go find a sponsor. Listen. It's a copycat league, just like the NFL. We always said it's a copycat league. If somebody does one thing, you know what? Everybody else goes and does it. So, they're going to find somebody. If Notre Dame, if Ohio State, they're not going to let anybody get a leg up for money on them. So I promise you, Greg Byrne is doing his due diligence right now, trying to say, you know what? I'm on the phone right now. Be like, we need y'all interested? You know how much TV coverage we get? You know how much boom, 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 we're Alabama. Everybody watches. You know how much exposure you can get from putting your patch, your logo on this jersey? You know how many millions of people will see that? Listen, so why wouldn't you take a regional bank or somebody that's a southern bank? Don't have to be a national. But I would be like, man, there's money down there. There's money in the state of Alabama. I mean, so I tell you what, the problem going to be if they don't do it. I know who will do it. Look out for the Auburn Tigers, because it is the state of Alabama. So they better get the upper hand by getting that done right now to get that money. Because if it don't go to the players, you're talking about, upgrading your indoor facility, upgrading, the weight room, upgrading whatever to enhance the experience. You need Coleman needs to be different. That place is terrible. I mean, and I think
it needs to
listen. Your indoor facility is so far behind. They need to upgrade that. When I remember when they
which one?
Your indoor facility, the indoor practice.
Wait, no, come on, guy.
Now, first, if you go to South Carolina, you go to Sunday, Florida, the new indoor facility, they are behind. That's the thing. You got to be able to keep up, bro.
Well, what happened was, first of all, we set the standard, right?
You sound like you're coming from the hood. See what had happened.
No. What happened was we set the standard. Remember, because they had made they built the whole new facility like right when I got there. I think like 2012, 2013 was the final years. These guys had like the lockers and the trailers temporarily, and then boom, Alabama comes out with that big old weight room that I got to kind of really break in, right? Because it was brand new pretty much when I got here, and that was when everybody followed suit. So naturally, it's been 12 years or so since that had debuted, and well, you've seen Texas, you've seen Georgia, you've seen Oregon, all these schools, they copied us. And what we did was, like, the weight room went under, like, minor kind of updates.
Okay, but you missed the point. Y'all used to have
No. I will say, no. Because they did, like, partial updates a few years ago, right? But I will say, to your point, probably the next few years or so, I mean, maybe not necessarily next few years, but if you want to try to one up the rest, you probably need to start thinking about, updating it again at some point. I'll agree with you on that. So yes, more money gives you more flexibility.
Chase, let your boy get us in the break, or he gonna keep talking. Let your boy do this. Since you're how professional I am, you ready for this, Chase? You can say you did it.
Says the guy that runs us over break every day. Every time he's on here, runs us over.
We're talking about uniforms. We're talking about sponsorship. We're talking about Lane Kiffin, SEC Media Days, wherever you want to go. We still got 20 minutes left in the show. Pick up that phone, 205-342-99-0. What's the last number, Christian? Whatever it is.
4.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Hit us us up. 205-342-9904 is the number to call the program. Or go online. YouTube, we out there. Air Key, name it. Catch us live right here on the chat. Give us some info. What's your thoughts? Should Bama be concerned about other teams keeping that upper echelon? We'd love to hear from you. Right here in the Miller's Edge, we're on the Tide 100.9 WTBC.
From our home base in Birmingham, Alabama, we are here treating patients from every generation
across the United States
and from around the world. We're here for the rookies and the dreamers, trying to make a name for themselves. We are here for the achievers,
who are resilient
and won't take no for an answer. We're here for the coaches,
athletic trainers, and mentors
who are
900-9000 for a free consultation, no fees unless we win. No representation is made that the quality of legal services to be formed is greater than that of other lawyers.
Hey, it's Christian Miller, and I wanted to tell you about our friends over at Lamparello Law, Education and Advocacy, founded by attorney and Professor Adam Lamparello, helping students at every level with mentoring, exam prep, applications, and career planning. Adam also represents students, faculty, and athletes in academic misconduct, First Amendment, NIL, and criminal defense cases, known for real care and relentless advocacy.
30th, buy a blizzard tree and be a miracle maker, a blizzard eating hero, doing their part on Miracle Treat Day. July 30th, be cute, happy tastes good.
What does it mean to advertise and do your marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa? Melissa started her business in 2014. What would you say to someone considering Town Square Media Tuscaloosa?
My experience with Town Square Media has been awesome, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone. I think that this is the first time in my marketing experience that I've been able to see my return on investment. I would definitely say in the past that has not been the case. In this, I like knowing that that's 100%. A lot of the marketing we've done has been radio. You guys have so much more to offer than that, whether it's, websites, from targeted marketing to radio. You are kind of a one-stop shop, and it makes doing marketing so much easier. So I would definitely recommend it.
For more info on marketing with Town Square Media Tuscaloosa, call 205-345-7200 or click on Advertise with Us on our website.
You're listening to the home of Alabama Crimson Tide Sports. Tide 100.9.
Talking Tuesday. This is the Miller's Edge, Tide 100.9, 1230 WTBC. We got Mr. Adam Lamparello in the chat. Shout out to Lamparello Law Education at Lamparello-law.com. He said, hey, Corey, I'm enjoying a great cigar. You guys know the drill, man. rnrcigars.com, code Miller's Edge, get you 20% off all your orders. Make sure you guys check them out right now. He's showing his, again, rnrcigars.com. And if you're looking for a place, go hang out, enjoy football season, right? Wraparound porch. It's got a really nice interior where you can sit back, relax, enjoy a nice drink as well. They've got the Alabama beverages, all that good stuff in there. Check them out, 2703 Gary Fitz Street here in Tuscaloosa.
Well, I'm going to invite Crystal over. Crystal's on here. She says Crystal, come over to my spot over by my house called Crown and Ash. Come and enjoy a smoke with me. It's a VIP private place. Come check us out over on Sparkleberry. I'm going to be over there all day after the show. Come check me out.
Hey, maybe not do that while I'm doing a read for I mean, this dude is just,
we just all
right, let's see.
Man, you know what I'm saying? That's what makes the money.
No, that's how you lose money. All right. Starter year is cool. Or starter gear is cool. Carson says, especially the team issue stuff. I like the old champion jerseys too. Yeah, that's what I was saying. I wish he had some of his old.
I got some of that.
Like those. I'm saying like those old school like jackets. You know what I mean? Like the windbreakers, like the starter windbreakers. Like they had the old school hats. You know what I mean? Like it's called vintage now, right? Yeah. Like you could have had some stuff that was probably worth a nice little penny, man. It's fire. You can buy it, obviously, from vintage shops, but it's expensive. But yeah, I ain't trying to pay all that.
You see Adam getting in trouble with his mom? Talking about he was supposed to smoke cigars because of me.
I see. I'd see. Told you, man. All right.
Anyway, I'm going to break out my members only jacket, Chase. I watched the Michael Jackson movie for the first time at the cigar shop the other day. And boy, I'm inspired by Mike now.
Did y'all burn it or something? I mean, it's not.
I don't know how they got it, but it was good.
I mean, y'all probably pirating videos, man.
And this is Thriller.
Shame. How do we always get so off topic when he jumps on me?
I mean, it was like
every single time, Chase.
Listen, you ain't got this is dog days of summer. The fans are tired of talking about this player. And listen, camp getting ready to fire up. Let me just tell you something, man. That conversation we had yesterday had me so riled up about one, the money these kids are making. They pouting and they acting like babies, right? It drives me freaking nuts. They sitting there. Then last night, one of my guys that's in my men's group, his son he's a quarterback at NC State, and he was just telling me he's not even a starter, like how much money he gets. How he went and bought himself a brand new CTS loaded Cadillac. I mean, he's a reserve, but that's just the way it is. But I'm just like, man, to get a scholarship in years past, to get a look, to get an opportunity, bro, that you can go get listen, I ain't go to school to get an education. I'm just be honest with you. I want to play football. If I got an education, so be it. But I went to show people that I can play some football and I can get out the government cheese line. I'm being honest with you. I ain't care about hey, professor, can I just get a C minus that keep me eligible? A 2. Man, I can be right at the 2.0 line. As long as I'm over that 2.0 line and I can get out on the, I don't care about all the other stuff. I want a shot to make money. That's what most guys were. I'm telling you. And guys will play this game. I love football. I love the game. This is what bothers me about these young players. They don't have any love for the game. They don't have any love for the game. They got love for the bag. They got love, and I get it. But can we have both? Can we have guys? I'm telling you, hungry and thirsty for something, man. Your desire, your effort, your intentionality becomes so different. And this is the problem with college football now. These guys don't have it anymore. I work with kids. I've done these camps, and it's hard to see kids, to spot out the kids that just have that hunger, man. That now this and that, and they got these uniforms. Bro, just be happy to go. I want to get in the deep, man. Be happy to go. If you can go to college and play football at any level, D2, whatever. If they pay for your school and give you a chance to be around a team sport, the camaraderie of guys and competition on a Saturday, bro. You know how blessed you are? These kids, These kids don't take this stuff. They don't.
They will once when it's taken away from them. Now I'm saying like some like, but I'm saying, but like I'm saying once it's taken away from them. Not saying like something tragic. I'm saying once they no longer have it, they're going to look back and probably realize they didn't embrace it the way they should. Because I always tell people that all the time.
Like, man, I got $750,000 in the bank. I'm talking about
which is great. But one thing I can say is, money can't replace memories like that, right?
No.
I mean, I've been very fortunate, and still am very fortunate. And there's no comparison for, you know what I mean? Like those experiences, you know what I'm saying? Money can't buy those experiences. You can't go back in time and really embrace those like all the locker room stories that we have, right? All those moments, traveling with the guys, right? The games, the big games, the special moments, and being a part of them, not just watching it, which that's great. Again, it's always special as a fan watching these moments, but imagine having the opportunity to be the moment, to be on the sideline during the moment, right? To be a part of that moment. I agree 1,000% with you.
He's old school. Well, he hate. Ain't nobody freaking hate. Listen,
I'm not hating at all.
That's what. No, not you. I'm just saying these kids. I mean, if you try to challenge them, man. I'm talking about. I mean, I got friends that train kids. They don't have no desire. I had one kid. One of my friends' kids say, and he's a high 4-star, 5. He got 40-something offers, and he said, and he played college ball. He said, "Man, Corey, you won't believe what this kid said." I said, "What?" He said, "We were doing the pulling the sled thing," and he was like, "Man, this is not going to translate on the field. So why am I doing this?" I'm like, what? Like, and you got other kids looking at him, and he's all his mom and daddy. They posting about this dog. This ain't no dog. This a kitty cat.
Hey, hold on, man.
He ain't got no toughness. He quit on the drill. And you talking about you gonna go to Alabama or wherever you said, like, bro, this ain't gonna translate on the field.
Don't send him here. Tell him don't come here. We don't need no more of that.
You getting pushed around by 185-pound tackles, and you talking about watch me on the field. I watch you on the field. And how somebody ran you that high is unbelievable to me. So all this stuff has screwed up, excuse my language there, but they have messed up college football, bro.
Let me ask you real quick.
It's never going to be the same again, ever.
No, it's not.
Ever.
Well, you know what they say, man. You can't really squeeze the paste back in the tube once it's out. Let me ask you this before we hit this quick timeout. Given all the issues that we're seeing, what you're experiencing describing is, these guys with maybe a lack of competitiveness, the desire, the care, the love of the game is no longer there. You were at once a pretty big advocate for players to be compensated, rightfully so, because we understand we've been in their shoes and have done much more and much worse, right, than they have, because rules were different. You much more than me, and I had more experience more than them, because rules have continuously changed in favor of the athletes. That said, if you had to pick one or the other right now, meaning to go back to the way it was, whereas you weren't getting zilch, it was a scholarship. If they bought you a sandwich, you were at risk of losing eligibility. There was no transfers unless you were sitting out or a graduate, or let these guys be compensated because they do deserve something, right?
Yeah.
If you had to choose one or the other, which I know that's very extreme, but it's sports talk radio, and I just think it'd be kind of interesting to get your thoughts. Which would you choose? Tell me on the other side, because we got to hit this timeout. When we come back, we'll have about a minute or so to respond to that right here on the Miller's Edge. Tide 100.9, 1230, WTBC.
Do you have cracks or potholes that are dragging down your property's appeal? Hey, I'm Christian Miller, and at Asphalt Restoration, we transform driveways and parking lots with expert repairs, new paving, or resurfacing. Fast, durable, and family-owned quality that you can trust. Don't let small issues turn into big expenses. Call 205-393.
When you give a gift from Hudson Pool, you're not just giving jewelry.
You're giving a memory that lasts a lifetime.
Shop in-store or online at hudsonpool.com.
Hey, it's Christian Miller, and I wanted to tell you about our friends over at Lamparello Law, Education, and Advocacy. Founded by attorney and Professor Adam Lamparello, helping students at every level with mentoring, exam prep, applications, and career planning. Adam also represents students, faculty, and athletes in academic misconduct, First Amendment, NIL, and criminal defense cases. Known for real care and relentless advocacy.
It's quick, it's easy, and it's free. Go to mylocalcustomers.com today.
That's mylocalcustomers.com. Mylocalcustomers.com.
Never miss a moment of the action. Download the free Tide 100.9 app today.
And welcome back in real briefly on this Talking Tuesday edition. I was going to let the pastor Payne answer that question.
I'm ready.
One or the other,
quick.
Right?
Real quick.
Pre-NIL or post?
Pre.
You going back pre?
Yeah, give me pre because I want the game back. I want desire. I want guys that are hungry. I want dudes fighting because they understand that, hey, baby needs some milk and diapers. I want that kind of attitude. Guys fighting for position, not guys who get beat out and then they start pouting and text mom to call, Ray called Georgia coach or whoever, I'm ready to get up out of here. I'm in the portal, blah, blah, blah. I do think that not the limitation now on the portal that will ease off some, right? Because you only have that one pass and then you stuck like Chuck. So, but give me pre, man. I'm telling you, if you sit around, one day I'm going to put us together. Me, Seth Joyner, Pep, some of these old school players that I played with, Hall of Famer guys, that I can get on this show and just you talk to and see the passion that, not that they had when they was young. You know what they have? They have the passion at 55 and 60. That same drive in life, that same attitude, that same moxie, they still carry that. And they'll tell you the same thing. It stinks when you sit here and watch these little prima donna jokers. Like the guy from Tennessee got a $6 million deal, high school player. Unbelievable. And he did not.
He might be a hard worker. We don't know him perfectly.
I'm just saying, go earn it.
I'm with you.
Then you tell the fans, hey, can you give to this and Garnet Trust? Can you give to this the program? The people need money. Yeah, I don't mind you giving money to proven people. Don't have a problem with guys that done made all conference, all American. I don't mind paying them the big bucks. I think you give them a little bit so they can at least go pay gas for their car, take the girlfriend to see the Michael Jackson movie.
I agree with them on that. And I hate to cut them off, but we got to get out of here because we're running over. That said, we appreciate everybody tuning in on this Talking Tuesday edition. Right here on the Miller's Edge. Look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow, same time, same place. Hope you guys have a great rest of y'all's day, and we'll see you guys then.
This episode sponsored by She's Birdie. Every woman knows that feeling, and She's Birdie knows it too. The just in case feeling. Just in case I hear something. Just in case someone tries the door. Just in case I need to wake up fast. It's not fear, it's awareness. And Birdie Box from She's Birdie was made for exactly that. Birdie Box is a portable travel door alarm designed by She's Birdie for hotels, dorms, Airbnbs, and anywhere you're staying away from home. It installs in seconds on the door frame, and if the door is opened, it activates a loud siren and flashing strobe to help draw attention instantly. She's Birdie, because peace of mind should check in with you. Birdie Box by She's Birdie. Visit shesbirdie.com. That's SHESBIRDIE.com and order your Birdie Box before your next stay away from home.